Stadium in Indianapolis. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Murray now on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. Murray. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now from Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck.
This one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd and 1, love to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets them 12 yards. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
you were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
At the 19-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Cardinals nothing.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
3rd and long for Love. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
A gain of 2.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
The running back.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Second and goal from the 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On second down now, it's Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
From the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to put this one away.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a handoff looking right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun. Love going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about in the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend. But not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all. And you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Love from the gun. They're going for Jefferson, and that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. We're on Colts.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A gain of 3, second down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it.
And he takes this one out for a Colts touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
2-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
From the 25 on second down.
Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Cardinals.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver.
And now it's second down. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14.
First down.
12 yards there as they move the chains. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's going to get this deep on Arizona's side of the field. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. Love now to pass on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. And his kick is good. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
At the 49-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts 41-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Murray. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray. And the pressure gets to him again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to number 23.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, going for Jefferson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
32-yard line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Tackled back at the 35.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Play action this time with Love. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now a handoff looking right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a Scotia.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
A loss of 7 yards.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And fantastic field possession has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd, and give it another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
6-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a tough